Easy Rider was released on July 14, 1969, depicting a certain period of American history, the turnover of the free-loving 60s to the protesting attention of the early 70s. Easy Rider examines the meaning of freedom in America and at what cost that freedom comes. It was Dennis Hooper's passion project to depict his reflection on the changing politics in America. And seeing as he plays the main character and directs it, this was a great way to do that. Easy Rider tells the story of two Americans, Billy and Watt, who portray two hippies who, after making a cocaine deal, ride down to New Orleans for the Mardi Gras festival. Between motorcycle riding montages, they meet a variety of people on the road with two distinct impressions: people who view them as fellow hippies or people who view them as freaks. As movies can contain multiple genres at once, every film is categorized based on what characteristics it has the most of. When doing research on this film, I found that a lot of people view it as an on-the-road movie. Which is true, in a sense. There are a lot of riding montages to the classic music of the time. The premise is about traveling. It checks all the boxes. But the argument I want to prove in this video essay is that although it is an on-the-road film, it is also the precursor to the genre we would consider stoner films today. Stoner films, by definition, mean that it's a film where marijuana drives the plot or represents cannabis culture. Most stoner films released are either high energy, featuring a lot of goofball comedy, and a bunch of stoned dudes doing stupid things because they're high. Take this scene from Pineapple Express as an example of the modern standard of a stoner film.
What's this stuff called again, man?
Pineapple Express, they said like 8 times, you fucking
Yeah, but don't call
tard.
it that. Don't call it
Yeah, if anyone asks, that's not what it's called.
that. Call it the banana boat.
Just make sure you leave the weed too. You know, this can be a gateway drug. You don't want to move on other things. Cocaine, don't do that.
We don't
It's a
fuck
gateway.
around, don't worry, don't tell us what to do.
Inhale it, Chachi.
Who
Inhale
the
it.
fuck's Chachi?
Say goodbye to your coconut girl. Hello, don't go and say goodbye. She's a coconut girl in a high fashion world.
Now here's a scene from Easy Rider discussing marijuana.
This is grass. You mean marijuana?
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Is that what that is? Let me see that. Hmm.
Go ahead, George. Light it up.
Oh, no. I couldn't do that. I mean, I've got enough problems with the booze and all. I mean, I can't afford to get hooked.
Oh, no. You won't get hooked.
Yeah, well, I know, but I mean, it leads to harder stuff. Is that, you say it's all right. Well, all right then, how do I do it?
Here. Look, Nancy.
Well, that's got a real nice taste to it, though. I don't suppose it'll do me much good, though. I mean, I'm so used to the booze and everything.
You've got to hold it in your lungs longer, George.
It's this tonal change that makes Easy Rider different from other stoner films. When Watt and Billy get high, they aren't loud and rambunctious. Often the movie shows these quiet moments of them smoking around a campfire or just zoning out with another group of hippies. As one of the first films to capture the sex, drugs, clothes, and music of the time that was already happening among the youth, but not popularized in media culture, it was one of the first representations on screen of that drug use. And in doing research, it was the real deal. While shooting, all of the weed and alcohol consumed on set was real, which truly makes this a stoner film, as Dennis Hooper pretty much just directed him and Peter Fonda getting high the entire time while shooting. Lastly, there are a few cinematic elements that set this film apart from other stoner films later to come. This film features some exotic scene transitions that are a bunch of quick shots from all over the timeline of the film, shot in such succession that it's a jarring change from one scene to the next. Though scene transitions can be obvious, in my opinion, watching this was just unnecessary. Finally, the sound mixing. The mixing of Easy Rider is really quirky. It feels to be edited as you would hear things in real life. The times when Billy and Watt are just hanging around hippies are really quiet moments. Everything is mixed as though it is this super intimate interaction between a group that is not allowed anywhere else. In juxtaposition, all of the music feels like it's blaring as they ride down the highway on their fancy motorcycles. And though music in films is often mixed louder, I feel that I don't hear it mixed with such a difference often so that the viewer doesn't have to adjust to hear the quiet parts of the film themselves. And the discrimination it went during the turnover to the 70s set up cannabis culture films. And though the genre may have evolved as film history does as well, Easy Rider solidifies its spot as one of the founding films that would make the stoner genre what it is today.